Alright, it is time for another EDC update. So we're going to talk about some stuff I've been carrying lately. Right off the bat, as far as blades, I've been experiencing a lot of fixed blades lately. A lot of fixed blade testing. So I haven't really been focusing on carrying different folders. I do have a couple of the Sanrin Mew knives I showed in the past that I've been kind of on and off EDCing. But besides that, again, attention is definitely going towards some of the fixed blades that I want to review. There were some straight folders that I'm going to show you a review on soon that I EDC'd for a little while. Some real affordable ones like sub $20 knives. But yeah, as far as my latest knife, we have the Vulcan from SOG. You'll definitely see a review on this soon. Going to retire it today from the EDC lineup. But other blades that I'm very excited about is this newly acquired neck knife. This is an Anza little neck knife. Very, very cool. Been EDCing this as of late. You'll see a video where I unbox this. It is an awesome, awesome knife. Definitely a little bit different than what I've been used to carrying as far as a neck knife, just because, whoop, let's pop that in the right way. Just because it's chunkier and heavier, but I like it. You know, a neck knife for me is kind of an extension of my personality. You know, it is jewelry. It is very easily seen. It's not like a pocket knife that's kind of hidden to most people. This is right in the middle of my chest. Pretty much everyone I talk to glances down at it, and every single time I'm in public and I'm talking to people, I notice that. I notice it constantly. I know exactly what they're doing. They're looking at it. They're trying to figure out what it is. Once they do figure out what it is, sometimes they have a reaction, sometimes they don't. But it's very widely seen, and I just like this one. It's very cool. The only issue I'm having so far is that it's twisting because it's heavier, you know, chunkier knife, and it has a little bit more weight. Even though it has this leather thong for the you know, necklace portion of it, it does twist on me. So sometimes it's backwards. To give you a first-person perspective, when I look down, it's hanging like this. Okay, I go to like an overhand grip, and I can use that thumb to pop it open and take it out. Very easy. Putting it back in is not that big of a deal. It's not that hard. However, when it twists on me, I go to grab it, and I'm like, uh-oh, and I got to realize, turn around, twist it to get it back. So just learning how to carry this properly. Basically, it's not as easy to carry as some of the other neck knives that I've grown to love, but I do like it a hell of a lot. It's very, very cool. So that's been my neck knife and my folder as of late. Now, another thing I'm going to be retiring, well, I'm talking about the Vulcans getting out of the EDC rotation, but this is just starting to be carried. I'll carry that for a long time. I did a review on these clippers. These are the Premax clippers. Did EDC these for a while, but I'm going to stop. Simply because of the fact that I don't need them every day. It's a very cool thing to keep in your bag. It's not something you need in your pocket. I just decided to continue to carry it anyway, even after my testing and stuff was done and the review's done. But today, it's going to go back into the gear drawer. Flashlight. Running the through night tie still. Love this light. Heck of a lot of light. Very small. Keep the pot clip on there because sometimes when I'm, you know, if I'm using it outside, like recently I've been looking at the cars a lot lately. I had an issue, which I'll probably do a story time in the future, with the coolant in my car. That's a whole different thing, but basically I've been checking under the hood a lot lately, and the flashlight's really been coming in handy. And like, you know, I go to take it out, usually I'll keep it down in the pocket, like down deep in my front right pocket, usually mixed with a lighter. In this case I've been carrying the lighter bro. Alright, just I'm going to be posting a video on that clip, how to put that pocket clip on there. But anyway, it's usually in the pocket, but when I take it out, when I'm using it, while it's on, sometimes I'll go to put it down for a second. I'll actually just clip it on the inside of my pocket, and then I'll fiddle with whatever I have to do. If I need to grab the light, I pull it back out, and it's ready to go. But yeah, super cool light. So yeah, the lighter bro, this is just the newer model. Going back and forth. I'll go back to a Zippo soon. There is another lighter. If you guys are into lighters, I had a viewer send me a message about a specific type of antique lighter that I thought was so friggin' cool. I went right to eBay to find one, and I bid on one and won it. Actually, that's a whole different story time video maybe, because I got into this whole bidding war, and I definitely paid more than I expected. But super cool lighter. You're gonna see a review on that in the near future. Totally different lighter technology, but it's old school, really old school. So anyway, besides that, still rocking this watch, the Spovan watch. Yeah, I still need batteries for my actual Timex watches and some of the other stuff I have. Still procrastinating on that, but very soon I will get new batteries and swap the watch. Also, gotta honor your vets. Seriously, That's why we all have the freedoms that we do, because of our veterans. So let's get this out of the way, because I know you guys are like, what the heck's that? Some of you guys remember this. Actually, a lot of you guys remember this, because there's people who've been watching the channel for a long time. This is a pepper spray gun. And when I first got this, I did a little test outside. I do occasionally carry this, specifically when I cannot carry my guns. If I go to New York State, New Jersey, I'm right like in the tri-state area, northeastern Pennsylvania. So when I do travel into those states where I cannot have my gun on me, you better believe I have this and a bunch of knives. This does take the Saber Red cartridges. All right, so you know, that's what I have in these. I have another one that's red that I keep in my glove box in my car. Again, for a rare situation where I may need to subdue someone, don't want to use a gun, don't want to get too physical, you know what I mean? I mean, obviously it's not always going to be handy in the glove box, but hey, it's better there than not having one at all. But yeah, this is actually Christina's. She does also carry this on occasion. She will eventually get into her own pistols and stuff like that in the future when she's more comfortable, when she has more trigger time. She loves guns, but she's definitely into her little Cricket, her little 22 rifle, as opposed to carrying one every day. But, you know, who knows what the future holds. I want her to be super comfortable with the idea, you know, before she even considers actually carrying a gun around. So, what else we got here? Of course, same thing, Glock 36. One mag in the gun, spare mag in the off pocket, my left-hand side. Still working on getting a magazine carrier, or holder rather, for the belt. Also, I do have to do a review still on the Alien Gear holster here. Still badass. I did use the outside the waistband holster that came with this one. It was like a set or two of them. Do like that one. Just, you know, this is my thing. That is one of the best holsters on the market today, especially for the price. So you should expect to see a review on that in the near future as well. Keys didn't really change. Oh, I did throw, I don't know if I showed you guys last time, I threw on one of my old school Maritech lanyards on here, or CountyCom lanyards rather. That's pretty much it, except for I did throw on a handcuff key, because I do keep those handcuffs in my vehicle. So you gotta have the key with you, just in case, right? And I think the last thing on the table here are the mints. I saw a display at the grocery store for these, and it was buy one get one free, and they had little sample packs. I grabbed the little sample pack, ripped it open, tried it. Friggin' awesome. It's like, I don't know, it's just weird. It's like gum. First put in your mouth, it's just like a stick of gum, but it just dissolves away. And they're really strong mints. So, completely random, I know, but has been part of my EDC lately. Icebreaker Cool Blast mints. So that's it, you know? You gotta be prepared. It's not all about having the right knives and guns and flashlights. You gotta make sure your breath doesn't stank either. You know, it's an important part of your daily life. So, that's all. That's my update. Phone's still the same, and nothing changed with that, or the wallet. Yeah, you know, rotating through a lot of different stuff. Focusing, like I said, this month particularly on fixed blades. Tons and tons of fixed blades. I'll show you one right now that I happen to have in the background here, which is super badass. I don't think I even showed this on Instagram yet. This is a Swiss Army Zippo design. And I got to get some use on this thing. Eventually I'll talk about this. Very, very cool bushcraft style knife. You can see the Saz on the back there. Swiss Army Zippo is a very cool guy. Got the honor of meeting him and his wonderful wife down in Vegas. We went to SHOT Show. And I think it's very cool. It came out with his own fixed blade. Very cool design. So you'll see that, as well as probably a dozen more fixed blades in the future. It's hard because when I have a folder, I EDC the folder. And most times I'll have to go out of my way to do different types of cutting with it. But when I'm talking about doing a review on a fixed blade, it's way more involved. You know what I mean? People expect to know what it's gonna be like, you know, when you're processing wood and all kinds of stuff. It's not as simple as, you know, ripping through a bunch of cardboard and cutting some plastic and some straps, you know? It's just a little more intense. So, you know, it takes a little bit longer to review a fixed blade than it does a folder for me. But anyway, that's all. That's my update. Countless videos ahead. I always say that. Check out, you know, can't wait to do more videos, but that's always gonna be the case. You know, I post videos every day. There's always gonna be something. But yeah, there's constantly stuff in the works. I'm a very busy dude these days. You know, but I don't mind taking the time to play with this stuff because it's also very fun and enjoyable. These are my hobbies. These are things that I actually really do enjoy. So it never really seems like work. It's just I always feel like I'm behind in reviewing things because there's just so much stuff I want to do. You know, not enough time in the day. But anyway, I appreciate you guys stopping in, and I hope you guys have an awesome day. I'd love to hear your comments down below. What was your newest acquisition? New knife, new gun, you know, new flashlight. What was your newest, coolest tool? For me, I have to say it has to be this Anza. I've known about Anza knives forever. Their biggest thing is that they use the files, you know, to create their blades. They keep that natural, you know, finish on their flats, which is very cool. But I've never had one. I've played with them at gun shows. In fact, it's funny because I keep putting it in backwards. It's weird when it's not on me. It's funny because that's where this one came from, a gun show. A viewer bought that at a gun show and never used it. And they know that I like, you know, neck knives, so they sent it off to me. And you better believe that thing's getting some use, and it is awesome. Very cool. So anyway, I love to hear what you guys are up to lately with EDC gear. You know, people definitely like the ideas. So feel free to comment down below. Don't be shy. Tell us all about the latest cool piece of gear that you have. And in the meantime, hope you guys have an awesome day. I'll see you soon. Take care.